What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
Is he gonna tell us? Did he tell us?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
No, I think he's subconsciously putting himself in the murderer position because he felt so helpless that he couldn't stop it. That's actually typical of a nightmare.
Yeah, like if y'all remember Catherine, that cop that blames himself for the death of his wife, how he always says that he killed his wife.
Yeah,
it's that kind of mentality.
So it's survivor's guilt, where it's pretty much you wish you had the ability to change something that happens that was resulting in someone's death. So people have it all the time when they're the ones who survive, like a mass shooting, or even the death of a loved one. And there's so many thoughts in your head, like, I could have prevented this. I could have told them, don't go to that place. I could have told them, stay home. I could have told them to not trust that person, blah, 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 blah. It depends on the victim. It depends on the situation. It depends on your relationship with the victim who actually does pass away from the event. With Miles, I think because this is a memory of his dad, I'm willing to bet he thinks he killed his dad. His nightmare is of him shooting his dad. And because he woke up to his dad dead, he thinks he was the one who did it. Or at least he feels culpable enough to be the one to have done it, being that he could not do anything to stop it. Yeah, Gavin 16 also had the same thing. Yeah. Like Goblin Slayer and Goblin Slayer had the same situation. It's survivor's guilt. That's truly what it is. It's survivor's guilt. So I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick!
Hey!
Yo, how's everyone doing?
I mean, I need to take you out for a burger, my dude. Like, you helped out a lot.
With just a slight smack on the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, after you eat the burger, smack on the head.
What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right?
But she is 17, she's not legal age. Back up.
I was saying, knock it off. Right, Nick?
Me? And by the way, where's Keonce? Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you can do better than that.
Larry, get off my ass.
Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
I'm gonna smack you in the back of the head and forget about that burger. Okay, well first, how the fuck did you pull that out of your ass, my dude? Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
Yeah, this repeats. But seriously, Nick, that bookshop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy.
Hey, like his namesake.
I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
So Edgeworth is suffering from emotional damage. Yes, that is correct.
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me.
Honey, you had nothing to do with the case. Honey, you're not a suspect, you're not a victim. Honey, we're not saying that as a mean thing. We're saying that as you had nothing to do with the case.
But also you're useless. I mean, what?
Stop!
But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough of the silent treatment! Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I still have the question of why do some lawyers feel like the need to cry during, before, or after a trial after the shit that they go through? You didn't know him back then. Back when you wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
And I'm gonna bean you in the back of the head and no burger for you.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. There was a bear there. Kind of weird. We were dealing with some sort of murder case about an idol who accidentally went into a bathroom. We were trying to figure out what the upside down number was. I believe it spelled out Leon, but again, we were still learning English, so... You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside.
Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah. The kids in the class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it!
Guilty!
He did it!
Guilty!
It was you! Give the money back! You're such a meanie!
No one play with him! It doesn't mean you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no borrowing my race! He should be allowed in the relay race! What in the library committee? Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you! I couldn't read all that so quickly.
It's like, hey, didn't you rob that bank the other day?
Right? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. That's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles?
Look at this fucking dork.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need a proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, sorry, that's Lori. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow! I had no idea!
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned that what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I had done it. So I took it kind of personally, see?
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father! A famous defense attorney! Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
But that's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edward's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Fun fact, Phoenix's backstory actually happened to the creator of the series, but he had no one to defend him, so he decided to change it for the ending that he wished for at the time.
Oh, that's so depressing!
But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
Right, Larry doesn't know about the incident. Fuck! Larry, do you want to sit down? Maybe you will get a burger after this. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Wait, hold on. So it wasn't because of the trial that he wanted to become a defense attorney? He just wanted to meet up with Edgeworth? No wonder people ship. No wonder there's a goddamn shift. No wonder the fucking ship is a fucking cruise that's sailing into the horizon. Like, no wonder! Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. He pulled a Legally Blonde! Literally, he pulled a Legally Blonde!
Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick!
Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it means it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let me see, what do we got? Okay, we have the... we gotta find the parent. Maybe the parent knows something. We have another metal detector, we have the guns, we have the shot. Okay. Larry, love you to bits. We're gonna go fuck off. Okay, bye.
Hey! Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Hey, buddy! Everyone's excited that you're 2 brain cells away from a perfect 10 set of brain cells! Let's see if you can earn at least 1 before the trial.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe!
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half.
I'm assuming that's a replacement tie that you have on right now. Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have the scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Sounds good.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
What's up?
No one can go into the woods today.
Because probably police are looking everywhere and they'll probably like to be like, freeze! Get on the ground! And blah, 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 blah.
The woods?
Where Lotto was camping.
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
You know, that tracks.
I guess Lada's in a lot of trouble.
Maya, get under a waterfall. You need to go meditate for a bit. Stop that!
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Alright, see you, Gumshoe. Alright. So we can't go into the woods, but we can go to the beach. So... Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I mean, Larry was literally right out of office. It's like if no one is literally there manning it, no point in it being open.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up to work.
Fair enough. Alright.
That old caretaker got away.
Mm-hmm.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I'm sorry? I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hey! Old guy! Old Grossberg! Hey, buddy.
What are you doing here?
We know we're just hanging out thinking of a new portrait that I can base my soggy Cheerio portrait mess off of next. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with those Oreo O's that are back on the store shelves. You know, a completely like black and white painting. Like, you know that? I think that would be a really good change of pace. Still the shape of Cheerios and Oreos and all that stuff, but it's Oreo O's instead of Cheerios. You kind of feel me?
Out for a walk, huh? The days of my youth. At the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing! Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow!
By any chance, would that, like, scent also be, like fresh cut spring flowers spewing across a babbling brook with a hint of lemon?
I think maybe, possibly.
That is true, yes.
We're not bullying him. We're kind of just tapping him on the head with our palm, very gently. With Oreos. Or Cheerios, soggy Cheerios and not Oreo O's.
But remember the soul to this child. It was in fun.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you want anything, I'll come by my office at once.
Really? Okay.
I may be able to offer you some assistance.
I appreciate that, thank you. Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Probably scoping out the caretaker as well. Because Grossberg would have memory of the DL6 incident. Who knows? Alright, so look, can we go inside? Hello? Is it unlocked? Hello?
Polly! Nobody's home.
Hello?
Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello?
Can't believe you run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello? Okay. First and foremost, I want to see what's in this fucking safe. I have a feeling there's information in the safe. So, Polly, you mind giving us that combination again?
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick?
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate. Can we actually look in the safe? That reminds
me, Nick! Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228. Okay, I saw 8 this time. I thought it looked like a 9 when I looked at it, and then I said 8. But of course, my brain screwed it as 9. So sorry. At least not like 0, 220.
Come on, Nick, let's open it.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there, but there could be identification.
But hey! He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value.
Why are you thinking of stealing from this guy? It could be just information. I'm not sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Boring!
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? He was set up? Edgeworth!
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes into describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond, how to frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect details.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. So they took advantage of the guy's... Why are you looking at me like that? I'm still trying to determine everything! So he was put up to it. There is a mastermind, and he took advantage of... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the guy had cognitive issues. There would be no way he plotted this out by himself. So I knew there was some sort of mastermind. It was a matter of how deep the mastermind was willing to die. Because you don't fuck with the brain. The brain is really fucked up. That plan could have went awry in many different ways.
Also, I just wanted to see your reaction to the letter.
Oh, fair enough. When he killed Robert Hannon and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
And we now have it in the evidence archives.
Alright, Polly, you have any other... I probably not gonna talk about it, so... is there anything in the trash can? Ah! What's wrong?
Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me!
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered they're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
I was looking at the trash can, Maya, not the TV. Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
I guess it's not. Alright, Sir, are you hiding under the futon? The table? Everything's cold. Look like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Okay.
Yeah, that's about all we can really get here.
Okay, so we'll go fuck off on. We could probably talk to Edgeworth. No, wait! Grossberg! Hello, good morning! We should probably talk to Edgeworth and then Grossberg. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so Edgeworth first. Alright, Edgeworth! Edgeworth! NT boy! You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about that class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Mind you, trauma can fuck with his head, so he probably really truly doesn't remember, because the last thing he probably remembered was the trauma of what happened to his dad.
Yeah, something tells me that trial probably didn't happen that long before the incident.
Yeah, well, no, it was a couple months. Like, it was a couple months before the incident happened. So, yeah.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it was probably only mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous.
Actually, it was ridiculous, because Phoenix literally said he became a defense attorney just so he could talk to Edgeworth. Gee, thanks.
That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even.
Well, maybe, yeah, but the reason Brian talks really quiet with because Edgeworth is a simpler tone. So, like, I mean, like, the judge, Von Karma, very loud and boisterous, very, like, dramatic. Edgeworth is very calm and collected, so it makes sense. I think you changed too much, Edgeworth.
Perhaps.
Okay. Question, why prosecution over defense? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent, and our defense attorney got him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago. Oh, sorry, I thought it was things. My bad.
On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory.
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yadi Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
You don't have to be a dick about it, though. Because defense attorneys, that's literally their job, whether their client is innocent or guilty. Doesn't really matter. So when you're a defense attorney, it's not like you are responsible for the crime. You're just there to represent proper balance of justice. So, what's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect.
Rarely now. That vampire?
I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
Ah, so he's the one who made you corrupted, huh? Okay, cool.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent.
And yet you side-eye defense attorneys when we have to defend the innocent who actually do get abused by the system.
However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him.
Well, when you break his perfection, that's a weakness.
Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. I don't need to bring this up. I don't need to bring this letter. I think this letter is for Grossberg.
I don't know.
What, you think Miles would want to learn about this?
I think so.
Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives.
I see.
Yeah. Recognize these details?
Revenge? On me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it.
Duh. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
2 men? Meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
This also says this is your last chance.
So, okay. What do you mean Robert Hammond ruined his life? If this is Yanni Yogi was declared innocent because of Robert. Though I guess pleading insanity is not necessarily the best way to go about being claimed innocent. Fair. Being declared insane is not necessarily the best way to get out of the trial. People will look at you differently. You wouldn't necessarily be a good worse for wear already. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the DL6 incident.
Wait. That old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yeah, we kind of figured that out during the trial, but you know what? It's completely fair that you just figured that out now.
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent.
Speaking of which, can we talk about that?
It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations run out.
Tomorrow? Could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Or Mr. Edgeworth?
Let's talk about that guy then.
Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago.
Yep, after the earthquake.
The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
No, I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen!
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling.
That would track. You're a young boy with oxygen deprivation, you 100%.
In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Huh. Because that trial could have fucked up his life, his entire life. That probably could be the revenge he's talking about. Unless Edgeworth's dad was after his family or something, I don't fucking know.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all.
Appreciate that. So let's talk about that nightmare, shall we? We could probably dissect it from your trauma.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing. In the dark.
No, I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, Father!
It's my air. I ain't sharing.
He's attacking Father!
And then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father! Ah!
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
That's just a dream, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Because here's the thing. I say this as logically as I can with respect to Edgeworth trauma. This is not indicative of a true memory. This is obviously survivor's guilt plaguing his thoughts on what could have happened. I'm willing to bet he saw the murder. He saw it. Because ain't no way this young little boy would have known how to cock a gun and fire it. Twice, even, with 2 gunshots. He threw it. If there is a metaphorical gun that was actually physically manifested within the trauma, within the incident, I'm willing to bet the gun belonged to the cop, obviously. And he tried to reach for the gun. I'm willing to bet he tried to reach for it 100%. But in terms of using it, it's the cop that fired. Twice. So him reaching for it and trying to throw it was him actively trying to change it by grabbing it and throwing it. So that's what I'm thinking. I think 100% he did not even touch the gun. The dream is manifesting the idea that if he did, he could have changed something. But he didn't. It's just, you can't change the result of the dream. But you can change your actions within the dream in an attempt to find a way to stop the dream from happening. So yeah.
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real?
Nah, honey, you're literally a child. A child plus a child in the dark. There would be gunshots everywhere. Do you imagine a child? Please don't. But like,
I was going to say, given today's world,
like a child with oxygen deprivation in the dark trying to fire a gun at the guy who was attacking your father. He would 100% miss. His accuracy would not be... It would be a big detriment to even just aiming the damn thing before firing. So yeah, no way.
They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
Nah, honey, it's survivor's guilt. I know this for a fact, and I don't even need to read I don't even need to read into this.
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. It takes training to fire a gun? No, it does not. Doesn't.
It takes training to cock it properly and aim and fire. Anyone could grab a gun and pull the trigger and have it activate whether it loaded or not. Guns are simple that way because we're not using bayonets anymore.
Yeah, it's not like we're spending like 3 hours just trying to fucking load one round.
Yeah, so the reason why guns are so sophisticated now to be as quick and easy as they are is because we wanted to eventually evolutionize and adapt guns beyond just bayonets. Bayonets were built under the invention of gunpowder and being able to shoot something very, very fast using a ignitable chemical that would make it a deadly weapon. But moving on.
Think about it. Yogi was really innocent.
Nah.
That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Nah, he wanted revenge against the fact that now he was publicly insane. The trial pretty much labeled him as an insane, damaged man who literally could not be taken seriously. It probably affected his job prospects, his family prospects, relationships, etc., etc. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me.
Nah.
I was a true criminal of DL6.
Nah.
I shot my father.
Nah. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
Prove that he didn't? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there is someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incidents, maybe.
There is, Nick! There's someone else who knows about DL6!
Yep, Grossberg. No more heroes, it's killed or be killed. We're gonna talk to Grossberg about a new Cheerio painting.
Yeah, these spam calls are getting real fucking annoying now.
Mr. Grossberg!
Hello, what's wrong? You look
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
Just calm down and tell me what's happening.
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father?
He dreamed that he threw the gun on the ground, which would somehow pull the trigger and make it fire from the impact. Twice, somehow.
It's only a dream! Only a dream!
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, why do you two look so troubled?
Well...
Also, consider the following. Yogi's quite certainly holds a deep grudge against my members. So deep he wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real.
Nah, it's a 100% a dream. The guy wants revenge. If he only wanted revenge, and if it was really the case where somehow in some fictional reality that Miles shot his own dad and blamed Yogi, let's be quite candid here. He would only want to kill Miles. But no, he also wanted to kill Robert Hammond, the guy that got him off as insane. So no, it was not the case. The reason he wants revenge is because he was claimed as insane.
As a remark, Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
There were 2 gunshots first and foremost, so how does a bouncing gun fire twice, and how does the gun even fire upon impact? The gun requires an actual trigger in order to activate the gunpowder inside.
No! I don't believe it!
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably marked.
Oh look, we found the reason of wanting to commit a revenge plot!
Thus he sought revenge on Miles and Edgeworth.
Guns can fire off impact alone. Very rarely, though. You'd have to literally slam that fucker onto the ground in order to make the gunpowder activate such.
Guns nowadays, yeah. I don't think nowadays, like even simple handguns would fire if it was slammed on the ground. Back then, possibly.
I mean, depending on the gun make and model.
Years ago.
Hold on, what's the make and model? It's a .22 caliber, so I mean, thinking that the gun, because here's the thing, the gunpowder is right on top of the handle. That's where that gunpowder is laying, because that's where the ignition. I'm gonna call it ignition. That's where the what's it called? You know what it is? The
hammer.
The hammer lies. The hammer lies right on top of the handle. So in order for it to basically land and fire, it would have to land right on that corner of that handle to where the hammer would reflex and ignite that gunpowder. So you forget you're playing a game. Insanity and probability is a serious bread and butter. You know, that's fair when the fucking trial starts with mismatching math. So you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
This was his last chance, of course. With the statute of limitations so close.
Okay, well, first and foremost, do you know about his dad? What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peers. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, U.S.A.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
Yeah. There's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
I'm surprised no one tried to even go after Von Karma for all his shit done. Because, mind you, he has pretty much prosecuted against innocent people. You figure no one would try to jump his ass.
And?
He lost and died in despair as a boy.
I see.
So the spirit may do it. I don't think we need to. Well, might as well.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called in the spirit medium. That was her mother, Misty Faye.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Okay.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost.
Nah, he didn't lie.
Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
You all are claiming this theory on a dream that was built off of survivor's guilt. All of you truly think that a 9-year-old boy somehow is able to fire a gun in the dark while oxygen deprived, and yet we're not questioning the fully developed mind of a man who is also in that room. Let's think about this for 5 fucking seconds. Why is Edgeworth the one that's going to be the murderer when the fully developed grown-ass man who has more oxygen than the child, the actual problem? Let's think about this. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his own son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
Someone's doing the meme.
I'll have a number line. No, I'll do this, Gosper. I'll have a number line. A number line large. A number 6 with extra dip. 2 45s and a large soda.
Oh, by the way, I found this.
Oh, so this is a letter. It does seem Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why killed Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
His own sake.
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Did Miles think he threw the gun? Yeah, he dreamt he threw the gun and somehow the impact fired. When the truth of the matter is, the gun fired twice. It said in this case report that there were 2 gunshots. 2. How does an impact do 2 gunshots? Sure, we can argue semantics back and forth about 1 gunshot activating from impact. 2, and I'm gonna call you a bullshit liar. So, yeah.
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You all understand? Full enough. Blah, blah, blah. What?
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago.
Okay, who is it?
Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
That's a swing. Why? Don't tell me he is our fucking Chekhov's gun. He? Karma? Because it can't be Annie. It can't be Miles. Process of elimination. What the fuck you mean Karma? Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. But wait! You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it.
Excuse me. The fuck did you just say?
Hold on a minute. Hold. This trial now makes zero fucking sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't, and it pisses me off. 1. The DL6 statute of limitations literally ends the day after this investigation. Why is Von Karma getting involved?
There's a reason.
Oh my god, you're stupid. You're a stupid bitch. They literally just said it. Grossberg literally said Gregory Edgeworth tried to show off his illicit actions. And it would be so stupidly easy to get away with it. But Von Karma, why would Von Karma not just let the statute of limitations just die out? If he let the statute of limitations go, he would have been scot-free and all that stuff, unless...
But, I mean, can he really, like, think that there would be... I mean, wouldn't you say, you know, there'd be someone out there that would be good enough to get that case closed?
Extremely fair point, but at the same time, is this literally that kind of a case where, like, I'm so happy that I got away with killing the guy that tried to expose me that I want to kill his kid in the worst revenge possible? Is that seriously the case?
No. That's not the reason.
It feels like it, because if it is Karma, then Von Karma is the stupidest fucking prosecutor I've ever had the displeasure of going against. Because literally... if Von Karma had just let this goddamn thing go, then everything would have just ended perfectly and he would have gotten his revenge one way or another. And hell, he probably could have killed Edgeworth himself if he wanted to. But like, where is the logic here? What is this logic? This is dumb. This is such a dumb fucking case.
Oh, it's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb!
Let's get into this.
I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yuki to kill us.
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Okay. Karma. I thought I had to choose something. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid.
It's okay. It's okay. If it really was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he will know the truth. He will know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own brother.
But he didn't.
He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court files Miles Edgeworth's weapon.
Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I wouldn't know. Yet I do know Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
I also realize your model is so tiny. I need to fix that. There we go. Your model was so tiny on my screen I didn't even notice. My bad.
It's all good.
What do you mean?
It was 13 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Really? What happened? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth and his dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused one comer of faulty evidence. Though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty one comer ever received in his career as a prosecutor.
So Gregory exposed his vampire ass and he just got petty. Oh my god.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite the shock for one comer. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecutor.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, like, to the mountains?
Nope.
Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? One Karma is going to bring up DL6 so you can bet on it! What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know?
I know that! I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits to himself.
He admits a dream! A dream! That's not actually a memory!
His father must have lied to protect him from the other.
That's full of bullshit! I don't care! I know he's not guilty. Michaela, you're gonna have so much fun with the bullshit button. You're gonna have so much fun in editing of the bullshit button.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Fuck! Police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials.
To the police station.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, could I actually go to the police station? I had to get out of the Grossberg offices for some fucking reason. Okay.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Yogi.
Sound like Detective Gumshoe is pounding on the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Well, no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Montcalm's in there now anyway.
Why is he in there?
You can go in as long as he's in there.
On Karma?
Yes, he just arrived actually.
Karma's in the records room.
Nick! Let's hurry!
He's gonna do something stupid.
Dusty as always.
We're only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Karma. No, someone fucked around here.
Huh? One of the drawers is open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Motherfucker took evidence to make sure we couldn't find it! Unsolved cases?
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty!
What?
What are you doing in here?
Vampire!
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
The fuck is wrong with you, my dude? I'm gonna beam you over the head.
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I barely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
What you got in your hands there, buddy?
I'm gonna go.
Mr. Edwards is a student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
How about I kick you in the teeth?
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
You were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Uh-huh. There's no need for me to talk. There really is no.
There's still one more thing.
I don't see an option for it!
I didn't say anything about talking.
I don't want to present shit to him. Because here's the thing. I'm not above thinking that this game will just grab this letter and he'll just grab the letter and tear it up and not be able to use it. I smell that if I bring this up, he'll just tear the shit up. And so I'm like, everything about this just smells fucking fishy and I hate it. I don't want to talk to him. I don't need to talk to him. That's the problem. This can only go wrong if I actually present him literally anything. He has the rest of the DL6 files on him. Why is this a requirement for me? Because I know, guys, this is the 4th chapter. I can tell that I need to do this because everyone has already warned me that I have to put myself into a dangerous situation in order to go forward with the story. This is the dumbest fucking action.
You get a piece of evidence from this.
Von Karma, have a look at this. You know, and don't grab it. If you grab it, I'm gonna smack you over the head. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney.
She's not the defense attorney, I am.
Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me.
I'm going to beam this fucker over the head.
You saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick! What is that thing?
Stun gun for self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Wouldn't that kill somebody?
Yeah, that would literally kill someone. 600,000.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually.
The stupidest fucking action.
Now, give me the letter.
No!
No!
Well, what are you...
Nick, run! Ah! Maya!
Phoenix, get out of there!
Out of my way.
Ah!
Bullshit!
And this is why this has now become one of my least favorite trials. Because the stupidest actions have been taken just so we can prove a fucking point that Phoenix is a dumbass. And that Maya is also a dumbass. Oh, he got us. Letter's gone, of course. And he took the DLC evidence. All of it. DL6 evidence. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
Letter.
Did he? Yes, he did. Because the game decided that's a great fucking idea. Oh yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold.
No, you're not, honey. No. No, it's not. No, you're not. And this is the dumbest reason to give you a character arc. This is so fucking stupid.
I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister.
No, honey. No. No. This entire case has been weird. You did nothing wrong. You will never do nothing wrong unless, like, you're being a child. But this is not being a child. This is you literally jumping in and trying to do your best of a stupid situation that shouldn't even happen in the first place.
Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Honey, no. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Now is not the time for that! At what point? That's not the time! Maya, she's holding something. What is it? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Is this going to prove that Edgeworth didn't do it because you can't aim with a thrown gun? Is that what's going to be the case? I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Okay.